And I'm going to prove it with the real life thing. We're moving into a world of smart cities. Don't think for a second, like those of you that thought Trump was going to stop smart cities, and he calls them freedom cities, and it's the same exact thing. If you thought Agenda 2030 was stopping because Trump is in office, you're kidding yourself and you're ignorant because you don't know the language. I know the language. Smart cities are coming. Like it's so easy to learn this stuff, and it's taking place now.
Look, I'm abroad, went to Romania with it, and
okay. So my vision, I've had this vision for what I was going to do with the media centers forever, but I didn't know who it was for. It was just a vision that I had, and I wanted to help people, and like that was what it was. But the defining moment came from the Power of We in Chicago. Because without that event, without getting to hear what inner city kids go through to get to school,
right?
I didn't even like school. I'm like, I don't want to go. But I know for a fact that if I had to do all that to get an education, I wouldn't go.
I know that's right.
And so I'm hearing this, hearing the kids and hearing what the kids are saying about even in their own community, holding them down. Without that event and hearing those stories, and that was the beginning of learning about gentrification and redlining. And of course, it took another step living in Minnesota and being in Minnesota when George Floyd was murdered, and then being there for the riots.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that education.
I was on the phone with you, and it was happening right out the window, the rioting and stuff. I remember that.
The two events just so happen to be in states and cities right next to each other, like absolutely were defining in everything I do. They became more underserved and voiceless with George Floyd, because that's when I really got an education on redlining and gentrification. But the inner city kids in Chicago changed my heart forever.